Hi everybody, welcome to your yoga class. It's Amy at Bex Yoga getting ready for a nice little gentleish flow today. We're going to start off right into child's pose. So let's come on around. Oh, real quick, if you want to use a blanket, feel free to use a blanket for a little added comfort. If you have some blocks, books, pillows, whatever you need for a little butterfly that we're going to do later, feel free to go ahead and grab those things, and then we'll go ahead and get moving. All right. Like I said, we're starting right off in child's pose. Today I'm choosing to put the blanket underneath of my legs for a little added comfort. I'm bringing my toes together. Knees are coming mat distance apart. Take a nice deep inhale here and exhale. Slide those hips back towards your heels. Go nice and long with your arms here. And relax through the arms. You can bring your head all the way to the floor. Do that. If that's really uncomfortable for you, a block under your forehead will be really helpful, or a pillow under your head can really help. So take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Sink toward your mat. Start with sinking through those hips. Nice big inhale. Nice smooth exhale. Some other things you can do here if you're having some issues, like if you feel like your hips are just dangling there rather than sinking into a stretch, you can place a blanket or a bolster underneath of between your thigh and your calf for a little added comfort. If the chest and arms is too much, you can drape yourself over some pillows. All right, let's continue resting right here. Big inhale. Nice smooth exhale. Just letting go here, starting the relaxation process, clearing your mind, tuning out any to-do list. Make the commitment right now to stay through Shavasana. It'll be well worth it. If you'd like to move into an Ujjayi breath here, you can. So closing our mouth, taking that nice smooth inhale through your nose, nice smooth exhale out of your nose. Seeing if you can find that gentle constriction in the back of your throat. If that gentle constriction doesn't come, then let it go. Just worry about the inhale and the exhale through your nose. Let those shoulders relax and get heavy. If you'd like to gently rock your head from side to side for a little forehead massage, go ahead. And we'll come back through the center, have an inhale here, and as you exhale, let's walk those arms off the right side of the mat. Extending that left arm out as far as you can go, letting your head, neck, and chest relax. Hips are still sliding back towards your heels. Take a nice deep inhale here, and exhale. Nice deep inhale, breathing into that left rib cage. Letting it out, nice and easy. One more time, big deep breath into your left rib cage. And exhale, let it all out. Have an inhale here. And exhale, walk those hands back through the center. Inhale at the center and exhale over to your left side. Nice big stretch with that right arm, reaching out as far as you can go. Taking a deep breath into your right rib cage. And exhale, let it out. Again, nice big inhale. Nice smooth exhale. One more time, big inhale. Nice smooth exhale. Then on your next inhale, let's walk those arms back through the center. Press those palms into the mat and inhale, gently rocking up into tabletop. Let's bring those knees right underneath of our hips. I'm staying here on top of my blanket, keeping my knees supported, flipping my toes, making the tops of my feet flat on the floor, pulling my belly button in to flatten out through my lower back, pressing out through those palms, spin those triceps in, lifting your head up there so it's right between your shoulders. And let's warm up that spine. Inhale, let that chest drop toward the floor as you pull it forward and through, leading with your heart, looking up at the ceiling if you can stand it. As you exhale, tuck that chin into your chest, pulling your heart back through your shoulder blades. Let that head and neck relax. Maybe a little nod from side to side if that feels good. Inhaling back into cow. Exhaling into cat. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Now keep going with these at your own pace, hanging out in cat or cow, whatever is your preference. One more of each, and then we'll meet in neutral. Coming back into our neutral here, let's wiggle those hips from side to side, pushing those ribs from side to side here. Maybe a big circle if that feels good, or a little circle, whatever feels right for your body. And right back into neutral, finding our way back into that tabletop. On our next exhale, we're going to anchor through that left palm, anchoring out through those fingers. And then as we inhale, we're going to sweep the right arm up, nice and long, trying to stack through our shoulders. And exhale, send that right arm through the left for thread the needle, gently coming onto your cheek and your shoulder. If your head and neck are uncomfortable here, you'll want to give yourself something to place that head and neck onto, so a pillow or a blanket, whatever works for your body here. And once you decide you're comfortable, you can either stay here, or you can extend that left arm out over your ear, or inhale, sweep that left arm up, and exhale, wrap that left arm around your back, tucking your right hand into your hip crease. Have an inhale here, and exhale, roll that left shoulder open toward the ceiling if you like. And then taking some nice, easy breathing here. Stretching that shoulder, front of our left shoulder, the back of our right. Head and neck stay relaxed. And then we'll inhale, send that left arm back up. Exhale that left palm to the mat, press it into the mat, and inhale back into tabletop. Exhale, anchoring through our right palm now. Inhale, send the left arm up, really trying to stack through those shoulders. And exhale, send that left arm under the right, gently coming onto your left cheek and shoulder. Again, if you need some support for your head and neck, make sure you take care. We don't want to be in pain. Inhale, send the right arm up. Exhale, wrap that right arm around your back, tucking that right hand into your hip crease if you can. And exhale, roll that right shoulder open toward the ceiling. Okay, with that next inhale, let's send that right arm up. Exhale that palm to the mat, pressing it in. Inhaling back into tabletop here. If you have the urge to move your hips here, go for it. And then on your next inhale, you're going to extend your right arm long and your left leg long. Pull your belly button in, flattening out through that back, pushing out through your heel, nice and long through that arm. And inhale, meeting in the center, elbow to knee. Exhale, nice and long. Inhale, bring it to center. Go here at your own pace until you've done about 10. Once you've done 10, place yourself back into your tabletop, and let's move on to the other side. Anchor through that right palm now, gets nice and stable. Extend that left arm, extend that right leg, flexing through that heel, pointing those toes toward the ground, and bring it together at the center, elbow to knee. Go for 10 here. Back to tabletop. Take a little resting breath here. Inhale, flipping our toes, and exhale, let's send those hips up and back, coming into our downward dog. We're pressing those palms into the mat, spinning those triceps in toward our ears. Head and neck relaxed. You can give a little nod if you need to. Shoulders are sliding down your back. As you inhale, pull that belly button in. Send those hips up toward the ceiling. As you exhale, press those thighs toward the back of the room, letting those heels head toward the mat. Pedaling it out here if you need to, if you're feeling a little extra achy or tight on the back of those legs. Maybe bending both legs at the same time if that feels good. Whatever feels good to you here. And then settle into stillness. On your next inhale, look out in front of you. As you exhale, rock forward into plank. Pull that belly button in, press those thighs up toward the ceiling. Triceps are still spinning in, you're anchoring through those palms. And then exhale your knees to the mat. And then exhale, lower your belly all the way to the mat. Tuck your arms in here at your side. Have a nice big inhale. And exhale, extend that right arm straight out to your right side. And with your next exhale, gently roll over onto that right shoulder. And hanging out here for a couple of breaths, making sure that right shoulder feels comfortable and that your head and neck are safe. You can always add a blanket under your shoulder for some added comfort. Once you decide you're feeling pretty good and like to take this stretch even deeper, take that top leg, bend it, and plant that foot flat on the floor behind your bottom leg. And as you exhale, roll your hips open toward the ceiling. Left arm can come behind you if you like, or just let it rest here beside you. Nice big inhale. Nice smooth exhale. If you decide at any point this is a little too intense, you can roll back forward just slightly to relieve any uncomfortable feelings. Ooh, and exhale, let's release that top leg, roll over onto our belly. Inhale, bring that right arm in. And now we're moving on to the left. And I did not leave myself enough room here for my left arm between my mat and the wall. So I'm going to scoot to the edge of my mat here. Take a nice big inhale. And then exhale, extend your left arm. And when you're ready on your next exhale, rolling over onto that left shoulder. I'm going to bring mine out at a little bit of an angle so I have some room here. Take a nice big inhale. Nice smooth exhale as you roll over onto that left side. And once you feel comfortable here, you can bend that top leg and roll those hips open toward the ceiling. Get a nice big inhale, nice smooth exhale. Right arm can come behind you if you need to. Whatever feels good to you here. I'm going to roll back over onto my belly though, give you a few more breaths here. Hang in there. There I go. Now I have enough room. And exhale, release that right leg. Roll over onto your belly. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and tuck those arms into our side, right there by our rib cage. And as we inhale, let's lift through our heart. Pull our belly button in. Tilt that pelvis forward. Reaching up, looking up through the ceiling here. For a nice little, I'm doing a little lazy upward dog. As you can see, my thighs are still on the mat. If you'd like to get more engaged, feel free to lift your thighs off the mat. And then on an inhale, let's flip our toes and exhale. Cruise on into downward dog. I'm going to go ahead and move my blanket here. I'm not going to need it now, as I am getting ready to do some other things here. Inhale, send those hips up toward the ceiling. Exhale, send those heels toward the mat as those thighs press toward the back of the room. And then inhale, look out in front of you. As you exhale, walk those feet forward to meet your hands. Have a nice big inhale and exhale, hanging ragdoll. One of my new favorite poses, actually. I find myself just kind of randomly doing this throughout the day to release any tension. When I'm cooking, I've been cooking a lot recently, so doing this while I'm cooking kind of relieves any aches along the back of my legs. Let the head and neck relax. Let those arms be heavy here. If you are uncomfortable along the back of the knees, make sure you give a little bend. You can even just let your torso rest on your thighs here if you like. Go ahead and feel free to go elbow to elbow here, letting your arms frame your head while your head and neck are totally relaxed. And then gently rock from side to side. Back through the center, release those arms, press those feet in, and inhale. Very slowly roll on up, letting your head and neck be the last thing to rise. And then let's make our way into our mountain pose. I'm going with my toes and knees facing forward, pressing my feet into the mat. My legs are about hip distance apart. I'm lifting through my quads, pulling my belly button and tilting my pelvis forward. Ribs are floating on top of the hips. My arms are relaxed out to the side. Taking a nice big inhale and letting it out there. One more time. And settling into our mountain pose here. I'm going to go ahead and return to my Ujjayi breathing. You can join me if you like. Then inhale, I'm sweeping my arms on up, reaching up, looking up, lifting through my heart. And exhale, I'm hinging from my hips as I fold forward. Remember, bend your legs if you need to. Feel that weight on your feet and inhale into a half lift, flat back, looking ahead, flattening out through that lower back. Hands can be on your shins, your knees, blocks, whatever works for you. And exhale, forward fold. Rooting down through those feet. Inhale, sweep the arms on up. And exhale your hands to your heart center. And inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms on up. And exhale your hands to your heart center. And again, inhale one more time here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rooting down to those feet as we inhale and rise up. Exhale those hands to your heart center. We're going to keep on going right into Surya Namaskar A, so Sun Salutation A. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back, looking ahead. Exhale, plant those hands as you step back into plank, getting those arms straight out of those shoulders, belly button pulls in, thighs are pressing up toward the ceiling. Have an inhale here. If you need to come to a little bit of a tabletop, you can. Have a nice big inhale and exhale. You can go ahead and lower all the way to your belly. Or hover if that's your jam, whatever works for your body. Inhale, roll those shoulders back, lift through those heart. Press those palms in, belly button pulls in, pelvic bowl tilts forward, thighs are lifting off the mat if that feels okay for you. Then roll around those toes and cruise right on into your downward dog. Little rest here. Then on your next inhale, look out in front of you, get light on your toes. On your exhale, step, jump, or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Pressing those feet into the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms on up. And exhale those hands to your heart center. And again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands and cruise on into your plank. Inhale and plank and exhale as you lower. Inhale into upward dog. Exhale into downward dog. Inhale, look out in front of you, getting light on your toes, and exhale. Step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Pressing those feet into the mat. Inhale, sweep those arms on up. And exhale those hands to your heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. This time we're moving into chair. Exhale. Hinge those hips back. Pull that belly button in. Feeling your feet still connecting with the mat here. Roll those shoulders back. Bring your hands to your heart center. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step back into your plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale as you lower. Inhale into upward dog. Exhale into downward dog. We're going to go into that high lunge on our right side here. So focus on that right leg. Inhale, send that right leg up as high as you can stand it. Exhale, pull that right knee into your chest. Step it all the way through. Toe and knee are facing forward. Knee is on top of your ankle. Hips are square to the front of the mat. We've stayed on the ball of our left foot. We're pressing out to that back thigh. And inhale, sweep those arms on up. Pull that belly button in. Tilt that pelvis forward. And then inhale, reaching up, looking up. Exhale those hands to the mat. Have an inhale here and exhale, step back into plank. And take your vinyasa here. Or move right into downward dog, whatever you prefer. Moving on to our left side. Inhale that left leg on up. Exhale, left leg into your chest and step that left foot all the way through. Again, toe and knee, hips are facing forward. Knees on top of our ankle. We're pressing out to that back thigh. And on an inhale, rise up. Pulling that belly button in, tilting that pelvis forward. Drop those shoulders away from the ears if you're finding you're hunching up a little bit. Inhale, reaching up, looking up. Exhale the hands to the mat. Inhale here and exhale, flow through to downward dog. Or cruise right on into downward dog, whatever your preference is. And inhale, look out in front of you. Get light on those toes as you exhale. Step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, send the hips back. Bring the arms to your heart center. And exhale, rise to stand. Woo! I hope you like that. We're going to cruise through that one more time. We're going to add on a little bit to it here. So inhale the arms on up. Exhale, send those hips back into chair. Arms can stay up or you can bring them right here to your heart, whatever you like. Have an inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant those hands and step back into your plank. Inhale and plank. And exhale, come on down. Inhale into upward dog. Exhale into downward dog. Couple of resting breaths here. This time we're going to move into warrior one. So focusing on that right leg, inhale that right leg on up. Exhale, pull that right knee into your chest, step it all the way through. Pivot that back foot parallel-ish, whatever works for your back foot here. Parallel it to the back of your mat. Inhale, square those hips toward the front of your mat. Knees on top of your ankle, and then when you're ready, sweep those arms on up. Really pressing out to that back thigh, feeling those inner thighs engage. Belly button pulls in. And then on an exhale, let's open up into that warrior two. Pivot those shoulders to your left, long through those arms, flexing through our triceps, gazing out over those front fingertips. Inhale, back into warrior one. This time, though, we're going to move into a little bit of a high lunge briefly as we pivot on that back toe. Bending into our back leg, we're going to move into warrior three here. Anchor through that right leg. Have an inhale, and exhale, you're going to spring up. Oops, I don't have enough space, so I'm going to cheat and use the wall. Hips are squaring to the mat. I'm going to bring my hands to my hips here since I don't have enough space out in front of me. If you'd like to extend through your arms, you can. Pushing out through that back heel lifting through that back thigh. Couple of breaths here. You can always bring your hands all the way to blocks if you need to. And then exhale, bend into that right leg, gently landing back into that high lunge. Exhale the hands to the mat. Have an inhale here, and with your exhale, flow through your vinyasa. Couple of resting breaths in your downward dog. And then inhale, let's send that left leg on up. Exhale, pull it all the way through. Plant that foot between those hands. Pivot that back foot. And inhale, let's rise into our warrior one. Exhale, opening to the right into our warrior two. Long in those arms, strong in your arms. Drop those shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, back into warrior one. Let's pivot that back foot briefly, coming into our high lunge. We're going to bend into that back leg, anchor through our front leg, and inhale, coming into warrior three. Square those hips to the mat, pull that belly button in, using blocks if you need to. Arms can come straight out in front of you if that works better for you. And exhale, bending into that left leg, coming right back in here. High lunge or warrior, whatever works for you. Exhale the hands to the mat. Have an inhale and exhale. Flow through to your downward dog. And on our next exhale, gently drop those knees to the mat. Walk those hands back. Gently coming onto your bottom. We're going to bring our legs out in front of us. Sit up nice and tall, and then let's bring our legs together in a butterfly. Bottoms of our feet are touching. Thighs are to the outside. If you need your blocks for some support, you can do that. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, let those thighs head toward the floor. Don't actually push them or anything. Let them happen. Let it happen naturally. Inhale, nice and long. If you'd like to go into a forward fold, we'll start by exhaling and hinging forward, keeping a neutral spine at first. And then when you're ready, come all the way around. Going as far as you're comfortable. Don't actually force it here. It's okay. Put those palms into the mat and inhale, gently bring yourself back up to a seat. Exhale those hands to the outsides of your thighs. Inhale, bring those legs together. Bring your palms beside you and let's windshield wiper our legs here. And then go ahead and bring those knees back in. Give them a little hug here. And exhale, let's head right on back to our mats. Pulling our belly button in toward the floor. Relaxing the shoulders to the mat. Arms can come out like little goalposts here. And as you exhale, let's drop those legs over to the right. Turning your gaze to the left, seeing if you can get that shoulder back onto the mat, left shoulder on the mat. Take a nice big inhale here and exhale, sink into this little twist. And inhale, bring those legs back to the center, head and neck roll back to the center, and then exhale over to the other side. Drop those legs over to your left. Turning your gaze out to the right if that feels okay for you. Seeing if you can get that right shoulder back on the mat. Nice big inhale. Nice smooth exhale, sinking into this twist. And inhale, legs back to the center, head back to the center. Hugging those legs one more time here, taking some rocks from side to side if that feels good, or going all the way into happy baby. Moving those legs around, whatever suits your fancy right now. Let's hug our legs in one more time. And then exhale, release one leg at a time out to your mat. Let those arms relax to your side. Let the toes fall open to the outside. Let your belly get heavy. Let those shoulders melt onto the mat. Let's take a big breath here. And then exhale. Big audible exhale, letting it all out. Nice big inhale. And exhale. One more time. Big breath in. Big exhale out. Let go of controlled breathing. Let your body melt onto the mat. Sending your thoughts away on their little thought bubble. And if your thoughts won't leave you alone, tune into your heart today. Tune into that green color of your heart chakra and let that be all that you think about. And rest. With your next breath, we're going to begin to move. Wherever movement strikes you first, maybe it's the toes, maybe it's the fingers, maybe it's your head and neck, whatever feels right to you. Maybe some ankle circles sound good, some wrist circles. And then when you're ready, you're going to either hug your legs in, and you can rock on up, or roll over to one side, and gently press yourself up, whatever feels right for your body here. We'll come into a nice easy seat, or you can continue to lie there. There's no real rule on having to get up, so whatever feels good for you. We'll bring our hands into Anjali Mudra today. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. We'll do one little mantra, so feel free to repeat it out loud and proud, or say it inside to yourself. I love my body, and I trust its wisdom. Namaste.